Oh man, we've heard this quite a bit, and we've heard it for a very long time. The fortune is in, finish the sentence. The follow up. It's true. The fortune is in the follow up. And that's in any sales organization, right? Whatever your role is and whatever you're selling mortgages, real estate, cars, whatever the fortune is very much in the follow up. And that's what we're going over this week in our mastermind. So if you don't know, we run a weekly mastermind called Real Estate CEOs, and it's open for every agent that's out there because you have to know, like, you are a CEO inside your own business. And so, as a CEO, you got to think and act like one. And what we're talking about is core sales skills. So, we have actually just put together this mastermind on a weekly basis to deliver value to the real estate agent community. And this week, we're just going to be focused on follow up. Reason why is because one of the other co-hosts, my buddy Alex, he has been really taking a look at his business, looking at his team, looking at what they're doing on an ongoing basis. And what he realized, and this is a trap that a lot of us fall into, is we're focused very heavily on lead generation. And generation is defined as, at least for us, is defined as having a real estate related conversation with somebody with whom I've never had a real estate related conversation. Right now, that could be a complete stranger. It also could be somebody I've known for years, but I've just never talked to them about real estate. I would consider that lead generation. Now, the problem is a lot of times the numbers we track, the things that we focus on, the things that we role play are revolving around lead generation. But are we really building out systems and nailing the scripting and having the key focus of our day be around the other pieces? Follow up. What are we doing? It's not just drip emails, right? It's not those things that's included, but it's what kind of text messages are we saying or sending when someone starts ghosting us, or when we think that they might be looking at homes with another agent, or they say they do have another agent. What are we doing in those scenarios? Are we giving up? Because that's one of the catalysts for this call. Was another friend of ours was saying, I think my agents are just giving up as soon as they hear that they saw another house with another agent or anything like that. And rather than digging in, learning more, seeing if maybe that's just a smokescreen objection or if they legitimately have a great agent that they're working with. Well, the problem is most of us don't answer that question. We don't dig deep enough because we're like, they saw a house with another agent before they even saw me or before they met me at the open house, or they said they had an agent. Well, a couple things, like, we don't know that they're committed to that agent exclusively moving forward. Do they have anything signed? And in addition to that, we don't know that that agent's going to actually help them get the right home. They could be 3, 4 months down the road and go, you know what, this isn't working. Well, who are they going to turn to? They're going to turn to the person that's been following up. That's why fortune is in the follow up. And so that's what we're going to be focused on. So if you're interested, as you can see across the bottom of the screen, you can go to RECEOs Mastermind. That's real estate CEOs with an S mastermind.com. You can go ahead and register. It's a completely free thing. You're not going to get spammed afterwards. But the important thing is that you can show up on Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be walking through the follow-up systems that a lot of people inside the group are using and what they're saying. And we're even going to help specific people. If you raise your hand in there, we'll help you knock out some follow-up questions and help you convert, because that's really what it's all about. There are 90, I believe I heard this stat somewhere, 80 to 90 million leads generated by real estate professionals every single year. That's awesome, except that there's roughly 4 million sales in the last 12 months. So you do the math. It means there's lots of leads, not as many sales. And so that's not a discouragement. What that should be is, okay, they're out there. There are 4 million sales out there, but I have to make sure that I'm doing the best with every single lead I get. And am I doing the same thing every time? That's really important. So go ahead, check out RECEOsmastermind.com. You can go ahead and register for this. If you know me personally, just DM me. I'll send you the link. You don't have to go through the registration process. But the fortune is in the follow up. And one quick thing, I will just give a tip on this. If you're watching this far in the video, at least I owe you this, is if somebody is ghosting you, do yourself a favor. Shoot them a text with just their name and a question mark. Promise you, well, I can't promise that this will happen. Extremely likely, they will go ahead and respond. I had somebody inside the database last year. We had this person in the database. They submitted a form online to sell their house in May. We called them, they didn't pick up. We sent a very salesy text message. Hey, this is Isaac with so, right? Like a long text message. I'm a salesperson. It's very obvious. Go ahead and ignore me type of text. And we called a bunch of different agents, right? We have it all in our follow-up boss documented, different agent calling. And somebody sent a text message like, hey, come to an open house or something like that. And so it was May of 2022 that we got this lead. February of 2023, I was in a training with the agents and I go, hey, you guys just got to use this follow-up, like be more human about it. So I found a lead, found this lead. I sent him a text. I just said, Tim, question mark, 21 seconds. Kid you not. We had this lead. He had not responded to any emails, any text messages, not responded to a single phone call. 21 seconds later, it goes, yeah, who's this? And I go, oh, great. Just making sure. And I was very human about it. Just making sure this is the right Tim. You had submitted some information on a website. I believe it was Homelight. I go, you submitted some information on Homelight and then in parentheses put a real estate website because he doesn't know what Homelight is. You submitted some information on this real estate website thinking about selling your home. Have you found the right real estate agent? Or are you still planning on selling your house? Something like that. And he said, no, actually, we just sold our home in September. Thanks so much for reaching out. I did, I found the right agent, was able to. So here's the problem. I got the response, but we took too long to get human. This is a big part of follow-up is be a human about it, right? So with all this AI and all these other things, by the way, I use AI every single day. But sometimes we can be removed from that. So anyways, the point being that we got the lead in May. He ended up listing until September. And now he lives in Tennessee. Amazing for him. But we missed out on that because we were just destroying the follow-up and not in a good way. I mean, like dropping the ball. So on Thursday, what we're going to be going over is what actually works as opposed to like what drip email systems you can put in place. I'm not opposed to drip emails, but you got to have that human element to it and have a really good sales process following up on that. So Thursday, register RECEOs mastermind.com. I'll see you there. If you know me personally, just DM me. I'll send you the link. Make it a great day.